The Fighter's Corner.
Hey, my YouTube family, how you doing today? Hey, welcome to the Fighter's Corner, where all fighters have a voice, right, chat? Hey, thank you for joining your boy here. Please, if you like this content, this is me completing and finishing up on the Rising Stars for boxing. Click and subscribe, share, please, comment. I appreciate it. All right, chat. So today I have for you another Rising Star boxer. This guy is coming out of Congo, I believe, but he fights out of Italy, and his name is Jonathan the Mamba Kogasso. Hopefully I said that right. Kogasso or Kogasso. All right. This brother right here is, I believe he's like 6'3", fights orthodox stance. He has 17 wins, I believe, 11 knockouts out of that 17. So he's one of the ones definitely to keep an eye out for. I believe he weighs in the 198 weight class, so he's a heavyweight. Heavyweights are making a comeback. I think it's Kogasso, Italy, that he fights out of now. Okay, so let's take a look at this fine specimen of a boxer, and let's have a conversation about it. All right, let's check out the Mamba.
There are heavyweights. There are monsters. And then there's the Mamba. He moves in silence and strikes in an instant. Born in the burning heat of Kinshasa, where only the strongest survive, Jonathan Kogasso steps into the ring, and it becomes clear who's the hunter. 17 wins, 11 knockouts, cold calculation, no emotion, no mercy. Today, we dive into the furious rise of the Congolese monster, so don't blink. Born in the heart of Africa, Kogasso learned early, life doesn't forgive weakness. He grew up surrounded by fear and chaos.
Just so you guys know, when they say he's a Congolese, that means he's fighting, representing Congo, Africa.
And when the country became unbearable, 6-year-old Jonathan and his family fled Congo for Italy. That's where a new fight began. Not for titles, but for a place in life. Since childhood, Kogasso admired Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, but he never dreamed of becoming a boxer, until one day, a friend invited him to the gym. From the first punch he threw, everything changed. In his eyes, trainers saw what they call the predator's instinct.
I go to see some matches at Box Boguera and immediately understand that there's talent.
That's when Vincenzo Tigliotti, a former champion and student of the legendary Giovanni Parisi, discovered him. He saw not just power, but cold precision, the trait that would earn him the name of the Mamba. Sharpening his craft on early victims in the amateurs, Kogasso quickly turned pro and went from a newcomer to a threat in the cruiserweight division. 6'3", cold stare, heavy steps. From his very debut, he made it clear that in this division, he was the one to fear.
Con calma, però sta chiudendo bene. Ancora lui, sinistro. Bravo, Kogasso, ben contatto.
By his 10th fight, the Mamba was moving like a predator who knows the perfect moment to strike.
Capito, bagnato. Per linee interne combatte Kogasso, molti punti precisi, montante destro, modo di blocco, poi gancio, montante sotto duro da parte di Kogasso.
Many had started to fear his left cannon, and for good reason.
Poi vedi che non è bellissimo, per sinistro di contro.
The 11th fight became the first truly important one for the Congolese monster. He stepped into the ring with a single goal, to take the title from the reigning champion.
One thing, Chad, I like about his style is that on top of him being 6'3", he makes up more distance with his reach. His reach is like, he got a long reach. And not only that, he swings with heavy intention, fighting in that orthodox style. So yeah, throws a lot of power. He's ripped. Let's get some more.
Goran Babic started aggressively, marching forward, throwing flurries, trying to overwhelm it. But every punch met the wall of Kogasso's composure. Jab, distance, patience. And when the moment came, the trap was sprung. A light left to the head, a crushing right that split the guard, and a left hook, fast as lightning.
Out.
A heartbeat later, a right hand, sharp as a gunshot, landed clean. One last desperate rush, and the Mamba met him with two brutal left hooks.
One thing I will say about the Mamba is that he has some good agility. He has good footwork, knows how to move on the ring. I think every fighter should practice how to fight off the ropes. If it's a cage, how to fight off the cage. Very difficult. It's like a learned skill. But to have the rope dope skill set and knowing how to work your body off into defense, off that rope, bouncing back into frame is definitely something you have to constantly train in, or you can get hurt pretty bad. Right, chat?
For Kogasso, this title meant more than victory. He wanted to prove that the blood of Congo and the heart of Italy can beat in the same rhythm.
My coach always teaches me never to stop after throwing a punch. The opponent won't wait for you. You must always be ready to respond. Block and counter, flip and step in. Always ready to exploit the opponent's mistakes.
The 38-year-old Spaniard Alvaro Terrero wanted to prove that age isn't a sentence. But against the Mamba, things looked very different.
Molto mobile sulle gambe, ottimo l'uso del jab sinistro.
L'ultimo knockout spettacolare su Goran Babic.
Guarda che
The
bello.
monster from Congo set his rhythm right away. Snapping jabs, light footwork, relentless pressure.
Bello il destro di Kogasso. Corpo.
Si comincia a vedere la varietà.
Terrero tried to fire back with combinations, but everything shattered against the wall.
Jonathan.
Ma quella giusta Kogasso.
Provato il montaggio.
Ha ritrovato il
The Mamba was one step ahead, moving with the calm precision of a predator in familiar waters.
trovato il destro Kogasso. Si è salvato però Terrero. Che apre la strada col sinistro. Poi
Montando.
The second round, it ended in an instant. The right hand broke through the guard. The left hand closed the fight.
grande attenzione per Terrero. E trova l'accelerazione Kogasso di davanti a Terrero.
Finito il combattimento.
Incredibile.
After winning the title, the Mamba returned to Milan, hunting for another belt, the Federazione Pugilistica Italiana Cruiser. In the opposite corner stood Roberto Lissi.
Try saying that
young,
5 times.
hungry, and bold enough to call the monster out himself. He started with fire, pressing forward, throwing overhands. Seaweed landed.
Tutto il mancino.
Every success came with pain, sharp counters, short uppercuts, and those crushing body shots that drained his rhythm away.
Like he slipped, came under.
Monster from Congo didn't rush. He let Lizzie come first, breaking his confidence step by step.
Favorevoli a questo momento.
Each round turned into a chess match. One fought with heart, the other with cold calculation.
Molto sportivo.
punches lost their speed.
Ora per un attimo la presa, se mi guadagni.
On the bench, he kept looking for a chance, but Kogasso controlled everything. The pace, the distance, even the air between them.
Basta stare
Fusion line.
When the final bell rang, words weren't needed. For Lizzie, it was a test of character. For the Mamba, another reminder that he's ready to hunt bigger prey.
I tell you what, Lizzie, hats off to Lizzie. He had crazy heart. He couldn't get him out of there. So that must have been the fight that was slipped by, but good heart. But man, Kogasso, I love his read. I like how he throws a punch and he is anticipating for that person to retaliate. And that's when you lean. I always say when you lean, you don't lean with your head backwards, you lean with your whole body. And he kept that hand there and just gave him a special delivery. Special delivery. All right. So that was a good test for him and a good battle.
You have to think that you can get there and already be a champion. Your heart, your mind, and your life. Believe, as Ali used to say. Even if you're not the best, act as if you are.
First title defense, and the first real test after the silence. Facing the Congolese monster stood Morike Ulare, strong, fast, and hungry for an upset. He entered the ring without fear, taking the center and pressing forward. Ulare pushed, controlled, searched for his moment.
molto insidioso per farlo, non deve lasciare che Ulare prenda l'iniziativa, stare schiettoso a volte il pazienza completo, la preparazione su questo
But the Predator didn't fight. A cold jab kept him at bay. Every move from the Mamba was calculated, measured, precise.
molto chiaramente spiegata anche in questi mesi quella spalla un avversario un po' assigno qualche volta
Then, in the second round, everything ended suddenly.
c'è un po' più aggressione tranquillo se lo da
A quick exchange, a right hand to the temple, and Ulare's legs gave out. He got up, still dizzy, but instead of covering up, he traded again. The monster's next right hand was final.
Oh. Ouch.
Dry, like a gunshot, and everything collapsed.
One thing, he throws a lot of weight behind that back punch, and that's what gives him all of that knockout power. That's why heavyweights is just a great division to watch. So yeah, that was good, Chad. Another good fight. I like the way he does his flicker jab. I like the way, as far as me being an ex-fighter and also training people, I always tell them the first couple of rounds or the first round, you get a lot of information. That's your information round. That's the round you're collecting data, information, hand position. Does he have a good jab step? Does he don't jab step? Does when you feint, does he throw it both hands up? Does he use two hands to block? Great information, and that sets you up in the later rounds. Great.
2 minutes. That's all it took for the arena to rise to its feet. The Mamba kept his title and proved that his hunt is no longer limited to Italy. Sometimes decisions aren't made in the gym or under the lights, but in a single phone call. After his March victory, Kogasso had only just returned to training. He was working on conditioning. No sparring, no partners. Then came the call that changed everything. The main event of the Art of Fighting in Milan had lost its fighter, and the organizers called Vincenzo Gigliotti. Can your man step in? There were two problems. Kogasso wasn't prepared, and he weighed 15 kilos less than his opponent. Still, his answer was short. I'll do it. The Congolese monster moved up a division to face Alfonso Damiani, a heavier, bulkier fighter who believed he could win with the one thing the Mamba didn't have: mass.
The fact that he went up in weight is a great challenge, and it shows his confidence.
From the opening round, everything fell into place. Light on his feet, Kogasso boxed as if it were a drill. Jab, body shot, sidestep, control. Damiani stood, waiting for his one big shot, but kept punching at shadows. Ropes became traps. Uppercuts turned into hammers. The Mamba's speed completely erased the weight difference.
I was not expecting that, Chad. He did the Ali shuffle. That's that confidence building up. He's like, I'm about to take you out, son. We give you this Ali shuffle.
By the second round, it was clear. The monster from Congo stalked and pressed forward, and when Damiani's guard began to crack, the hooks and uppercuts rained down.
Out of the corner.
For the third round, the referee stepped in. The ringside doctor looked at Damiani's ear and waved it off. The crowd booed, demanding more, but those who had seen the power of the Congolese monster up close.
Wait a minute. They're doing a TKO stop off of ear? I didn't see any blood, unless he's complaining about equilibrium and hearing loss. That's the only thing I can see, but I didn't see any blood. Usually if that blood's dripping out of there, they would get a doctor to check it out, and he would make the decision, not the ref.
Close knew there was nothing left to continue. No camp, no plan. Kogasso just stepped in and broke through, cold, precise, without a sound. Kogasso's most recent fight came against Belarusian Viktor Chvarku, 8 rounds that looked straight out of a boxing manual. By the final bell, there were no questions left. The Predator had everything under control. Jonathan the Mamba Kogasso, 30 years old, 17 wins, 11 by knockout, WBC Mediterranean champion and Italian cruiserweight champion. All achieved in just 3 years as a professional. His style is unmistakable. A
3
cold
years,
jab,
Chad.
surgical distance, and a method built on destruction. Kogasso isn't just strong, he's evolving. Calm, focused, learning with every fight, turning himself into a real threat for anyone in the division. A possible fight with Naji Lopez. It's only a matter of time. Both young, both undefeated. Their collision could mark the moment when one predator loses his prey. We've already covered Naji Lopez here on the channel, and it feels like these two stories are destined to meet soon. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and remember, the Mamba keeps moving forward, and something tells us the next hunt has already begun.
Wow, that was a very good chat. So yeah, the Mamba, that is the Mamba. That is Jonathan Kogasso, aka the Mamba. And if check out my videos, whether it be here or here, and check out, he talked about Naji. I did cover him. It's another phenomenal boxer. I would love to see those two clash in a war. Okay, both are talented, both have that long body, both heavyweight. That would be great to see. All right, chat. Thank you for being here for the Fighters Corner, where all fighters have a voice. All right, until then, keep your jab up and punch straight.
People don't know shit about boxing.